Hey guys, Gaming the Max was here, back with the second part of the Rise of Elements TFT review. So we're going into the classes now. Again, I'm going to try and do this as quick as we can and get you guys the information you need without wasting 30 minutes of your time. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First up, we got Summoner. So this one you're going to hear a lot about because it has Zyra, Malzahar, Azir, Annie, Yorick, and Zed in it. Obviously, Zyra and Annie being two Infernos, Zed being a completely busted unit, Malzahar being a pretty good unit as well as Zyra. So you're really going to see this mainly at the 3 tier. What it does is summoned units have 40 to 100% increased health and duration. So you're going to be seeing this mainly at a 3 instead of a 6 for total units. You really only need 3. Running full 6 I have done. It was my first game on Rise of Elements, and it just wasn't that great. You don't really have a frontline or anything. It just makes those spawned monsters out a little bit longer. You don't really need that. But it includes Zed, it's got Zyra, it's got Malzahar. So I am going to end up throwing this one in the upper A tier. You know, pretty much almost S, but it can't survive by itself. It needs a little bit of help, so we're going to throw it in A tier. Onto Mystic. So Mystic is a pretty good one. It includes Soraka, Janna, Master Yi, and Nami. So all units gain either 70 or 150 magic resist. This is at 2 and 4. So with Master Yi and Soraka, they're not that great. You know, they're pretty good, but compared to Janna and Nami, they just fall flat. You're definitely going to see 2 of these ran a lot. Mainly, like I said, Janna and Nami. Nami gives your team extra damage. She does some damage with her wave herself, and she actually boosts your team's damage for anyone in that wave that is an ally. So, and then of course Janna, ulting, pushing people away, healing your team, very, very good. And then the added bonus of magic resist. And there is a lot you can do with this. Janna being Cloud, Nami being Ocean, Master Yi being Dark and a Blade Master, and Soraka being a Light as well as a Mystic. So I'm going to throw this one also in A tier. You know, you're going to see this a lot, as just like Summoners, and yeah, head on over to our next one. On to another personal favorite, Mage. I really like this. The units you have in here are Vlad, Talia, Syndra, LeBlanc, Veigar, and Brand. And after casting a spell, mages have a 50 to 100% chance to double cast. So this is your sorcerers from previous TFT. It's a little bit different, you know, you're not doing twice as much, or well, you are doing twice as much damage, but you're not doing it with just one spell, you gotta do it with 2, and I really like that. You know, it provides some decent utility, especially with Brand. You know, having 2 Brand ults going at once is gonna do a lot of damage, so I really like this. I personally also like making someone a mage. It creates some crazy interactions, you know, like I said in my one video, Zed with a mage, you know, he'll make more shadows, etc. So this one's going to go into S tier because it's just like old sorcerers, plus now you can have people cast their ability twice. If you make them a mage, things will get nuts. Try it out for yourself once the game comes out and watch some nutty stuff happen. So we're going to throw that in S. So this next class isn't really a class, it is just Singed. Singed is an alchemist, he ignores collision and never stops moving. Singed is a good unit. He's a legendary unit, really good for poison. That's about it. Really cool nonetheless, but he is just, you know, just for poison and just one legendary unit. So I'm just going to slap Alchemist down in C, as it's not really a true class, it's just a singleton kind of thing. But Singed is very good in poison comps. Slamming right into our next class is Warden. So this one is another one you're going to see a lot. It includes Ornn, Nasus, Thresh, Braum, Nautilus, Taric, and Malphite. So Wardens give 100, 250, and 400 armor, and that's at 2, 4, and 6 increments. So you'll probably see again mainly Thresh and Nautilus in a mage comp. You know, you're running 6 mages. You then put in Thresh and Nautilus for 2 more. Boom, you got 4 Ocean, 6 mages. That is going to be a staple comp, I would like to say. But these guys don't stand by themselves. I did see the huge armor numbers there, and I thought, man, maybe I can do a 2 Mystic, 6 Warden comp. It doesn't work out. Ornn being electric, Nasus being light, Thresh and Nautilus being ocean, of course, Braum, glacial, Malphite, mountain, and Taric, crystal. It just doesn't work out. These guys are great when paired with other stuff like rangers, maybe even some predators, but they just don't do it by themselves. They give the armor, but they don't really do much. Not as much as Mystics anyways. Malphite and Taric having really great ultimates, but I'm going to have to slap it in B tier. It's just not as good as Mystic is, but it still does generally the same thing. Stealthing our way into this next one is Assassins. So the thing with Assassins is there's only 6 of them. Diana, LeBlanc, Nocturne, Kiana, Kha'Zix, and Zed. So there are only 6 assassins. It's going to be hard to get that 6 assassin bonus, which, you know, ups your crit chance, ups everything like that. It's just going to be hard to find these units, find the items for them, and make them good. You're really better off looking for something else. The only thing I can see this beating is mages, perhaps, and even then, it still could get stomped because they would get bursted so hard. Assassins really not that great right now. They definitely need to add in a few more before I would even want to play this. It'd just be so hard to find everything. Plus, the synergies don't really work out there. And yeah, so I'm going to have to slide this one down into E tier just because it could maybe beat mages, but yeah, emphasis on ass, the assassins. Heading into our next one, we've got Druids. This is Ivern, Maokai, and Nico. Druids heal 40 HP per second, and they only need 2 of them to do this. This is really just a early game kind of thing. Getting free heals and stuff is just nice. I have taken this in the late game, and it works out pretty well. It's a free, you know, heal for your tank every second, which is really good. Very average, though. You know, it's not going to survive by itself. So even though I do like this one, we're going to have to slap it down into D tier for Druid. You know, it's really good, but it's not like even average. By itself, it's just kind of garbage. It really needs a lot of help to get off the ground. Early game, though, it is good, but besides that, you need to help out Druids or else they are going to fall flat. Our next class is going to be taking the biggest L here. It is Blade Masters. So the reason being is the Blade Masters that are in for this set are Yasuo, Sivir, Aatrox, and Master Yi. They have a 40% chance for 1, 2, or 3 additional attacks if there are 2, 4, or 6 of them. So as I just read, there are only 4 Blade Masters, so there's no way to even get to that 6th one without getting 2 spatulas and 2 recurve bows, which is pretty garbage. Lux cannot be a Blade Master, just in case you thought I forgot about that. She cannot do that. Also, Yasuo is Cloud, Sivir is Desert, Aatrox is Light, and Master Yi is Dark Mystic. So they have no synergy. You could run all 4 of them for the 40% chance for 2 extra autos, but you would have no other synergies pretty much. There's no way to even get to the 6th one without 2 spatulas and 2 recurve bows. Overall, you really can't. It's unplayable. It's actually unplayable. So we're gonna slap that down in F. We're gonna slap it right down the corner because it's just so bad. Rolling our way into the next one, we've got Rangers. This is Vayne, Varus, Ezreal, Kindred, Ashe, and Twitch. Every 3 seconds, Rangers have a 30, 65, and 100% chance to double their attack speed for the next 3 seconds. So now, Rangers can come online at 2 units. This is going to be a staple. It was a staple in TFT last patch. In Rise of Elements, it's going to be the same. So much variety here. Vayne being Light, Varus, Kindred both being Inferno, Ezreal being Glacial, Ashe being Crystal, and Twitch being Poison. Again, this is going to be a staple. It's going to be a meta comp. You're going to be seeing Singed and Mundo ran with this to make Poison Rangers. You're going to see Ezreal and Braum to make Glacial. You're going to see Taric and Ashe to make Crystal. You're going to see so many different variations of Rangers, and for that reason, we're going to slap it right up in S tier. Rampaging our way into the next one, we have Berserkers. So I thought this one was going to be super good. It includes Renekton, Jax, Volibear, Mundo, Sion, and Olaf. Berserkers jump to the nearest enemy champ. They have 40 to 80% chance to hit in a cone that hits all units in front of them. So this is basically like the brawlers of last patch. You know, they're meaty guys that do some damage, but they do not do as much damage as brawlers from the past. These guys just, you know, don't output enough damage, and they kind of are a weak frontline too. You'd rather have either Wardens or Mystics or combo both than run Berserkers, in my opinion. I also ran 6 of them just to see if maybe increasing the chance was going to make these guys better. It doesn't. You know, they're pretty subpar tanks and subpar damage dealers, so for that reason, they can't really run by themselves, and you don't really want to run them with other things, so for that reason, we're going to slap it in D tier, as they have some potential to be tanks, but, you know, just not that good. Stealthing our way into our next one, we've got Predators. So these guys execute when you get an enemy below 20% HP, and that includes Warwick, Kog'Maw, Skarner, and Rek'Sai. Sounds really great. I also thought it was going to be really great. Unfortunately, these units die very, very quickly. They're not really tanks. Again, they're just like a weird variation of Assassin. And they really need help getting to where they want to go. And they don't really synergize well with things in their class. So Warwick is Glacial, Kog'Maw's Poison, Skarner is Crystal, and Rek'Sai is Steel. They just don't synergize well, so for that reason, we're going to slide them into D tier as well. Again, they need a lot of help. They're really good early game, that's the only reason they're D tier, but it's just not something you want to run. Shining our way into our last one is Lux. She is an avatar, so that means her origin bonus counts twice. So you can get a mountain bonus for free, a cloud bonus for free. The list goes on from there. She's a really good unit to slap in as like an 8th or 9th unit if you can. She can provide some free bonuses if you need that type of thing. So overall, pretty great unit. She is just herself, obviously, so she's not like S tier or anything. But I am going to slap her into B tier, as, you know, she provides maybe a free mountain for your team, maybe a free cloud, etc. You know, that can be the difference in coming in first or second. So we're going to slap her there, but she is just a single unit. So guys, that is the end of the list there. That is all the classes. We've got a variety of where things are going to go, but definitely Mage and Rangers and a bit of Summoners will be the meta for now, and I think they're gonna have to buff Berserker for sure. Add in a few Blade Masters, add in a few Assassins, maybe make Predator synergize a little bit better, and then we can go from there. But overall, that's gonna be it from me, and I hope this helps. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I didn't waste too much of your time. So get ready, this is coming out soon, patch 9.22. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. See ya!